go. That's great, right?
Another.
Hey everyone, I'm John from Let's Talk, and today we're going to be talking about the new Netflix film, Spiderhead. But before we dive into that, if you're a fan of movie reviews, 4K Blu-ray reviews, tech reviews, game reviews, TV reviews, we do them all here on this channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and you turn notifications on. So Spiderhead is the second Joseph Kosinski film directed in the last month. The other one being the phenomenal, huge movie, Gun Maverick, starring also, as in this film, Miles Teller, and there was also a little known actor known as Tom Cruise in the other one. But this one just debuted on Netflix, June 17, 2022. So the plot of this film is about a pharmaceutical company testing out their drugs onto prisoners. They're basically the guinea pigs for a bunch of new drugs that this pharmaceutical company wants to test. Chris Hemsworth is the head of this company on a big evil island that resembled very much Dr. No's Island from the first 007 movie and Prisoner from the first Halo game. It's one of the multiplayer maps where you could jump from the top and blast people with rockets all the way at the bottom. It was a lot of fun, take my word on it. Chris Hemsworth plays this leader of this pharmaceutical company. He's testing out these drugs, and one of those patients, or prisoners, is Miles Teller. And basically this movie takes place in mostly one location on this island. And it's a much smaller movie than Gun Maverick. So if you're thinking that you know Joseph Kosinski as the guy who did Gun Maverick, or also did Only the Brave from a few years ago, which also starred Miles Teller, this is a much smaller, definitely more of a dialogue-driven, less action-filled movie than what you've probably used to him. He's actually mostly known for doing great computer-generated effects for his films, like with Only the Brave, and obviously Gun Maverick is a special effects machine that it's just one of the best-looking movies that you'll ever see. And then this one is just more of a toned-down version of that. Like, the sets look beautiful, and everything is, like, very well lit. It's very well shot. This movie's got that very clean sci-fi look that you're probably used to. I can compare it to a film like Ex Machina as far as the sets also look. It's very clean-looking, and it's got that sci-fi feel, and I think he really did nail that, because to its core, this film is a sci-fi psychological drama thriller, I would say, is the best way to describe this. It's definitely got that feel to it, like you're on the edge of your seat the whole time, but it's got a very light-hearted feel to this film as well. Like, there isn't much original score in this film, if any at all. It's mostly just, the only music you hear in this film is really just songs from, I believe, like the late 70s, early 80s. Well, a lot of yacht rock in this. If you're a fan of yacht rock like myself, you get a bunch of songs from that, you know, really just makes you want to relax, which I guess is probably what they're trying to go for. But yet, even as lighthearted as this movie can be, it's also very much a drama, and you get very invested in the characters' emotions. You get invested in this relationship between Miles Teller and Journey Smouillet in this movie. You get invested because they're both prisoners and they both have a dark past, but they have this kind of relationship in this prison, and you know, the film helps to unwind their characters' past and what they've been through, what led them here, what the mind is. And it also is this movie is very much an allegory for life itself, and I'm not going to spoil how, but that's kind of one of the main messages of this film, and it really made a lot of sense. It actually got to me. I was very surprised to see right now, I believe this has a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I really think this is a very good film, one that you can just sit down, enjoy yourself. It's a thinker's film. I think you're going to have to, you know, you can get emotionally invested in this movie, as well as just have a good time. It's still fun. Chris Hemsworth is perfect in this movie. I can't imagine anyone else but Chris Hemsworth playing this role. This is probably actually, and I don't think this is too bad to say, I think this is my favorite Chris Hemsworth role I've ever seen him play. You know, we know him as Thor, and he's amazing in Thor Ragnarok, and I love him. I mean, this guy is one of the most gifted people on earth. He's a total package. It's like an Arnold Schwarzenegger type level of an actor, where he's good looking, he's handsome, he's funny, he's just a good actor now. Like, this guy could do it all, and he doesn't leave anything for the rest of us, and it's just unfair. But this is the role he was born to play. I think he's great in this movie. Miles Teller is just he's good in this movie as well. He's a very reliable actor. I'm not the biggest Miles Teller fan, but like between this and Gun Maverick and obviously Whiplash, the guy can act, and I did really enjoy him in this movie. But then as the movie goes on, it does kind of unravel to a point where you would think it would, where it kind of might become a little bit cheesy in a way, I would say. Definitely in the end, the tone definitely kind of shifted towards a more like, you know, let's wrap this up with a fun ending kind of way. And that might be a little bit of a, I think that might be what other critics are saying about this, is that the tone shift between like the second and third act might turn people off. But I really loved it. I thought they nailed that perfectly. If I'm being 100% honest, that actually just really worked for me. I know it's not going to work for everybody, but I did really enjoy that aspect of the film. I also really enjoyed the slow moments, very philosophical moments. I I thought those were very good in this movie too. And also the push and pull of what life is, those aspects are something that really speak to me as a film watcher, and I think that they really nailed it with this one, and I'm really glad that this film exists. And man, bravo to Joseph Kosinski having two movies that are just great. Both of them, not one of them is a dud in my opinion, and have them out within a month of each other. I know that a lot of that is due to the pandemic, but still, that's a Steven Spielberg level of accomplishment. You know, the guy had Schindler's List and Jurassic Park come out in the same year, and this guy has, in my opinion, two great movies in Spiderhead and Top Gun Maverick come out within a month of each other. That's really amazing. So if I was going to rate this film, I would probably give this film an 8.5 out of 10. So definitely check that one out. It's on Netflix right now for you to watch. You don't have to go to a theater to see it. You just got to sit yourself down on your couch, turn Netflix on, sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. And while you're enjoying yourself, why don't you answer one of our 2 digital code giveaway questions for this week. And I figured in honor of this week with Spiderhead coming out on Netflix and Lightyear coming out in theaters from Pixar, I figured I'd ask, what is your favorite Netflix film, or what is your favorite Pixar film? You only have to answer one of those 2 questions. If you want to answer both, feel free. I'm not going to stop you. And also, guys, this week we're adding 2 more codes to replace last week's 2 winners codes. So out of the mix now are Malignant and Days of Thunder, but in the mix now are the X-Men's original trilogy, the first 3 movies, and Ambulance from Michael Bay. So we have those 2 new digital codes up for grabs. If you answer those 2 questions, you are automatically entered, or one of those 2 questions rather, you're automatically entered in our digital code giveaway. So come back to Monday's video where we review Obi-Wan Episode 5. I'll be spinning my magic wheel and I'll be giving away 1 digital code to 1 lucky winner. So if you want to change your life, make sure you answer that question. And as always, guys, thank you for being a fan of Let's Talk. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and you tell all your friends.